Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
Tomorrow is going to be a special Dave Day with Standard Speaker sports editor Dave Seaman. It's a Lady Cougar spectacular. We'll get you all ready for Hazelton area's matchup with Hempfield in the 6A state championship softball game. Right now, here's another Keeping Track segment with Dino Alberto, who's the vice president of the Eastern Motorsport Press Association. And he starts off by talking about their 2016 Driver of the Year, Martin Truex Jr. Just talk about his 2016, how he was successful and why he drew your attention.
Well, he was just a single car team. You got to keep this in mind. From out in Denver, Colorado, no less. The hub of NASCAR is down in Charlotte. That's where all these teams are. These guys are a single car operation working out of the middle of the United States. And here they were winning races. He was winning all of the big races. He missed winning Daytona by about that much. He won Charlotte. As a matter of fact, he set a record last year at the Charlotte 600, leading the most laps of any driver. He went on to dominate that. He picked up numerous awards throughout the year, and he just missed getting into the chase. He was in the playoffs, but the Final Four he did not make it to. But he just had a phenomenal year, and it was quite the breakout. And because of that performance, he was able to win that award.
And a Jersey boy as well. So for the Eastern Motorsport Press Association, that's got to be nice. Someone from up Easter.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. He actually cut his eye teeth racing at Wall Stadium in Wall Township, New Jersey. His father was a racer. His brother Ryan Truex is racing in the trucks. He still has some family members that race locally in the modified and late model ranks. They do some Legends car racing, so they're pretty prominent, but they have a lot of tie-ins to the Northeast region, so that kind of was cool as well. So it was good to present him with that, and we'll do it all over again this year in 2017.
So that's exciting, but there's also racing going on at Pocono Raceway this week, and I heard a lot of good things about the NASCAR Cup Series race. The Xfinity race as well. You said it was the first time you got to see stage racing live, and you said now the drivers are already finding ways to manipulate the system.
You know, I was always skeptical of it from the get-go, and then I kind of warmed up to it. I thought, well, okay, they're giving out these points. I'm looking at this thing. It goes towards the playoff, the championship. As a matter of fact, Martin Truex right now has garnered the most championship points on the Cup side. So on Saturday, when the Xfinity race took place, it was done in 25-lap segments, the first two. Nothing really happened during the first 25, but what I did notice, that and the second 25, was a number of drivers are coming in prior to the first and second segment, getting the checkered flag. And what they do is they close the pits 2 laps prior to the end of the segment. And a few guys were coming in, topping off with tires and fuel, and going back out, knowing that they were going to get track position. So it was kind of interesting to see how they played that out. And then, obviously, at the end, a lot of these NASCAR races, they really step it up. They amp it up near the end, and you saw that in Sunday's race. You saw that in Saturday's race, especially the last lap pass. These fields are bunched up with a late caution or what have you, and sometimes all of that strategy doesn't work out anyway. But that's what I kind of noticed.
Well, you know, I was at Pocono Friday, and then Saturday I was at the Weatherly Hill Climb working on a story for the sports show we do here called Out of Left Field with Mayor Tom Connors of the Weatherly Borough. He participated in the Weatherly Hill Climb, Dino, and he was a riot. I mean, he did it. He wants to get awareness out for the event. This did draw some attention. He had a lot of supporters there, a lot of his family. His son, Tommy, helped him in the pits, really helped him with his car. It was a family affair. When he came down the first time after his first real drive up there, he said, I made 35 miles per hour. He was happy with it. He said, I'm going to keep there. I just want to stay safe. So he enjoyed himself. And here's what else he had to say when I talked with him. How was it? I mean, that was the first official, you're all on your own, get up there. How did it go?
Yeah, that was my first time ever. It was pretty crazy. It's a wild ride up there, you know. I give these drivers a lot of respect when they put some speed into that. That hill is nuts.
When you say you almost backed out, was it nerves? Was it the car parts? Was it both?
Yeah, it was a little bit of car parts and a lot of nerves. I'm not a racer, you know what I mean? I haven't had a speeding ticket in 20-something years, but yeah, it's nerve-wracking. So I'm glad I did it. You know, and going slow in the beginning and being safe is what it's about. My family supports me, my wife, I love them, and I'm glad they're letting me do it.
So that's a great story, I think, Dino. He called his racing team Pit Power Race Team. Thinking of pit bulls, one of his favorite dog breeds. He's very involved with the Carbon County Animal Shelter, runs it out there, and he wants to help pit bulls get spayed and neutered. So what a great cause. We'll have more on that on Out of Left Field. A local guy, another local driver getting in there, and I think it shows too exactly what, when you do go fast up that hill, like it's not just driving up a hill.
You don't have to go fast in order to go fast, believe it or not, especially at Weatherly. That was my only regret over this past weekend. I didn't get to be there for the Weatherly Hill Climb because it's an awesome event. They drew somewhere in the neighborhood of over 100 cars. That is impressive. It's a roller coaster hill ride, only you're going up this thing, and those drivers love it. It's one of the most technical hill climbs in all of the country.
And it's interesting, too. It's a huge fundraiser for a lot of the organizations out there. Mayor Connor's wife involved with Relay for Life in that community. I know they have a fundraising. I think they sell food out there. Dino, thank you so much for your time. I know you've been so busy, so please go rest up and get ready. There's another big race. Well, you're busy every weekend with local racing, but another big one coming to Pocono in July.